Alrighty guys, welcome back to another one. In today's video, we're going to shoot some more 32 gauge. This time it's 18 pellets of F buck, which is 22 cal. Here's what the shell looks like. Fold crimp. It is loaded with 18 grains of little gun, brand new primed shadot hull. We have the SG32 wad base, Mylar wrap, 18 pellets of F buck, and BSB buffer. That's all that's in it. So these are stacked by threes in here. The first shot will be at 42 yards over a chrono to see the velocity. And hopefully they stay together down there at 42 yards, but we'll shoot them at 7, 15, 30, 25, I don't know. But I have 5 of them. We'll pattern them at different distances to see how good they do at those distances. But let's get into it. Forgot to mention the gun. It's a Stevens small frame, 32 gauge. As you can see, the gun is paper thin. It does have a full choke though. 32 gauge bore diameter is 0.526. This is choked down to 493. So, now let's get into it. All right, guys, here we go. 42 yards with the 32 gauge. The number 4 buck did excellent at 42 with this gun. Let's see if the 22 cal F buck can do the same. 1219 FPS.
It had a nice consistent crack, or should I say smack on the paper. That's usually a pretty fair sign.
I'll let Josh show the haul. It looks beautiful.
Where's it? There it is. Like I said, primer's still around. No bad mark. Focus. No bad marks. Brass looks great. Crimp looks good. Well, if it patterned well, all in all, I feel like a pretty good load.
Well, guys, the gun patterns low. I think I mentioned that a minute ago, but if I didn't, it does pattern low. I was aiming right about here, and it still went fairly low. But we have 13 of the 18 pellets on paper.
12 in the white, and a pretty good cluster for 42 yards.
And 3 down here in the tape. That's really good. All of them would have been on paper, but I guarantee you the other 3 went low. For 42 yards and a 32 gauge with no shot cup of any kind, that's really good.
All these are the same. It's my turn.
We're at 7 yards now, guys.
Oh, your plug is not in good. That is a good pattern.
That's a very good pattern. I know you guys can't hear Josh too well. He ain't got a mic, but still. Holy crap, is that ever a good pattern. The hull looks just fine once again. Nothing wrong there at all. Turns out this 32 gauge is a great buckshot gun. Look at this, guys. 7 yards. Josh, will you cover that with your hand?
Probably so.
All of it with his hand.
I got it now.
Once again, guys.
If I bend over this way, I got the wad strike with my wrist.
Right.
But yeah, that's ridiculous.
32 gauges shocked me once again, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roughly 5 by 6. And it's more of a circle, so to speak. So like that's 6, but over here it's still 5. It's just them 3 down there that make it 6. Majority of them like 5 by 5.
Yeah.
I aimed at the top of the paper.
Yeah. I shot a second ago. I was aiming right where this pattern is, and it hit all the way down here. But the gun pattern's low, and we did know that.
It's nothing new.
Nope. But let's step back to 10. Why not 10? Let's do that.
Well, alrighty guys, I have the same thing that just fired. Only difference is I'm at 10 yards versus Jaren's 7 and Tyler's 42. But let's see how it patterns at 10. I'm expecting pretty well.
You'd be right.
Yeah, it's like a 6 by 6. So like opened up an inch.
It opened up
3
a
yards.
little bit. Just a tiny amount it opened up.
3 yards back it opened up probably 2 or 3 inches, but still it wasn't much. The last one was 5 by 5, 5 by 6, counting like the swing of the circle, but that one there's a little bigger in some aspects. I guess it's 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7 by 9.
7 by 9 ain't bad at all. Guys, this gun patterns buckshot a lot better than it really should. It does have a full choke. 493. And it is a beautiful gun.
Old gun does well.
Next shot's going to be at 20, guys, and then I think we're going to do 30. We're not going to do 50 because that's really pushing it with a 32 gauge and small shot like this. But 30, 42, yeah, that'll work. Okay, guys, we're at 20 yards now. Everything else is still the same. See how it does.
Another respectable pattern.
There's the Mylar wrap just laying right there. But yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Let's go check it out. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, all 18s here. I lost count, but I didn't lose count. I lost count of the pellets I had already counted. But still, all 18s obviously here. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 by, let's see, go right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 12 by 10, guys, at 20 yards with a 32 gauge. That's really good.
Let's see what it does at 30.
Yep. I guarantee it'll still be pretty good.
We're same thing as the last one, still 32 gauge. We've backed up to 30 yards now. Tell me if y'all notice anything different about this one.
How'd that feel?
Left.
It felt left.
It felt left.
I dropped the phone.
That should make a pretty cool clip.
I'm leaving that in.
He trying to make you all dizzy throwing the poor camera. I shot left-handed. Does anybody else ever do that? That was just completely last second there. He's like, hey, shoot left-handed. I'm like, okay. And it's a really respectable pattern full of doubles.
Explain that. How did that one pattern that tight?
I shot it off my left shoulder.
That has to be it.
I'll try that sometime. I wouldn't advise doing it with anything hot until after you do it with birdshot.
I did it with a 10 gauge one time. Never doing that again.
It's no fun. You got, how many supposed to be there?
18.
It did open up quite a bit, so to speak, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. I guess there was only one double.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it looked like a lot more when we walked up, but after I wrinkled the paper back on them, they're singles.
Somehow we got a really tight core with a few flyers.
Yeah, the core of it, let's see, we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I might have counted a couple of them. There's 8 or 9 there anyways in the core, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 by like 4 by 2, 4 by 3. But overall, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 by 14.
That's not
bad. The vast
bad.
majority of it is right here in the middle, though.
Yeah. Guys, this 32 gauge is absolutely holding its own with the 12s and 10s, 16s, 20s. You just have to use smaller pellets with it, but still, it's patterning really tight, just like those do.
These smaller pellets are still 22 caliber.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I suppose.
F-Buck is the last size of birdshot, technically, but I don't know who's considering that stuff birdshot. That's just honey buckshot.
Right. But if y'all want to see more like this, let us know.
Absolutely. 32 gauge is a lot of fun.
Yep, appreciate you. Y'all check out the Patreon, all that good stuff. There's a link to the merch in the bio. All of it goes back into this to have more fun. Excuse the wind. I'll take the wind and the warm, though.
Yeah, for real. All this dry dirt everywhere except for that one spot. But we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.